Hello everybody, how is it going, and welcome to another episode of Drives in the XFX3. Today we are going to be checking out Fractal's own boost pedal. Yes, that is right. This is the boost pedal that Fractal themselves have made and put generously in the XFX3. But hey, if this is your first time here, or if you've been here before, make sure you press that subscribe button, because I don't want you to miss any of the cool things that we've got going on here. So let's dive right into checking out the Fast Boost. Amp-wise, we're using the Blue Duotone Oh-Hi, and cab-wise, we are using the 412 Rumble 12L with the 57. On it, I'm going to show you how this drive sounds in front of a clean amp. That's what we just kind of heard in the opening. I'll show you the clean sound, and we're going to see how it does when we have it with some high gain. So in the opening, it was in front of the Oh-Hi, and this is what the clean sound on the Oh-Hi sounds like. A nice good clean sound there from the Oh-Hi, and when you kick on the Fast Boost in front of it, you get a nice good overdriven sound. Now the Fast Boost is very different from your typical tube screamer that's in the XFX, because it doesn't really boost mids all that much, and it doesn't really cut a lot of the low end. So for example, if we come all the way over, this is the T8, this is a tube screamer that we have in here. As you can see, everything is pretty much the same. So I'll go between the two of them and I'll let you hear what I'm talking about. So as you can see, the Fast Boost keeps a lot of that low end in there, as to where the tube screamer doesn't. That can be both good and bad depending on what context that you use it in. Let's actually read a little bit about it, the Fast Boost itself. So this is going to be coming from Yex Amp Guide. I'll put a link to that in the description down below if you want to check it out. As Yex says, it's a virtual drive. There's none in real life. It's not modeling anything. It's what Cliff, the guy who started Fractal, that's what he thinks that an ideal boost pedal should sound like. The Fast Boost does a fine job. As such, its gain is pleasing and neutral without a mid-hump, full body, and smooth. It is a good variation to a tube screamer. It works well with clean and dirty amps, and it's available in the input boost type in an amp block. I'm going to show you that too, guys, in a second. And the Fast Boost is good because you can also model other pedals off of it, because people have gotten to emulate the Maxon drive, as Yex says right here. And this is Cliff's quote. It's not based on anything. It's Cliff's take on his ideal drive pedal. So once again, it's a drive pedal. It's nothing. It's not modeling anything. It's just very to the point. And it has its own character. It has its own character too, which I really like. Now I'm going to show you what it sounds like in the actual amp block itself. So in all of the amps and the XFX, coming to the preamp section, you can have the booster here. You can turn it on and off. It's just a little bit simpler way to get you a boost. Let's see what that sounds like. As you can hear, it keeps that same character that it has whenever you put it as a drive in front. Obviously, you get a lot less options, but this it leaves a little bit of what's in the pedal out. But I think it's a good alternative if you're tired of using the tube screamer. If you still want some of that low end in there, if you find it's too thin, Fast Boost is a great pedal to try out. Let's lower the tone a little bit and show you what it sounds like mess around with the drive. you crank the volume up, it just starts to kind of get really overdriven. I think what the Faz Boost is doing is it's keeping a very neutral tone, as we've discussed before, but it's also kind of keeping the same element of whenever you drive a tube amp really hard, you get those lows and those mids that come up when you drive the input. That's kind of what the Faz Boost is doing to me. But it's cutting out a little bit of that low, nasty low end that really kind of has no purpose except annoying you and getting in your way. But I really like its flavor, especially when you're using something like low gain, like the Ojai, for example. So now that we have investigated what it sounds like, when you put it in front of a primarily clean amp, let's see what it sounds like when we move over into the high gain realm. Alright, so I have this on my, it's my block ladder patch. I'm using the GGG Zilla oversized 412 with a UK V30 with a 421 and a 57. This is my amp settings, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like with the Faz Boost, and then I'm going to go over to the Tube Screamer, which is what I typically run in front of my 5150. So, as we can hear, Faz Boost kicks up that low end and it makes things really meaty. I think the Faz Boost, I mean, you can definitely tweak it, and you can definitely get it to match other pedals. I think it has a really good use whenever you're trying to thicken something up, for example, or you're trying to boost an amp that doesn't really have a whole lot of bass to begin with. Maybe if you're going into like a certain part of a song where you really want some thick chunk going on, it could be great. It could be great for that. I typically, always use, a tube screamer or something that kind of cuts the low end out of things whenever I'm going into a high gain realm, just because it tightens the amp up, and it just sort of works a lot better. I mean, it's worked for ages across tons of different genres and stuff like that. It sounds okay here, but I would probably have to come in and cut a little bit of the bass out of it. I just, whenever you put a tube screamer in front of a high gain amp like a 5150, it kind of clicks on that magic. Alright, so let's go into the preamp section, and let's get the Faz Boost dialed up, and I'll do on and off for you. By the way, guys, the guitar I'm using, it's my Tom Anderson Cobra S, and it has an HC1 in the neck and an HC3 in the bridge, and that's Tom Anderson's pickups. Okay, so let's get a taste of the 5150 without a boost. Alright, let's kick on the Faz Boost. I like it better for high gain in the preamp section, because I find that the low end isn't as obnoxious on high gain. It was a little bit more present whenever we did it in the low gain section. Like the low end it was kind of still there, but I find in here it's not as obnoxious, and things stay a little bit tighter. It must maybe the way I got things set up, or just I just in this particular instance, I think it sounds pretty cool whenever you just put it on inside of here, which I've been doing that a lot lately. I still keep it. I still keep the drive pedal in front of the amp, because I dialed this in a long time ago, and I just like the way it is because it's how I dial it in. But most of the time, whenever any drive, I actually just come into the preamp section right here, and I turn it on. All right, guys, that's it. That's gonna wrap things up for the Faz Boost. I think this drive pedal is really cool. It's really neutral. You have a little bit of low end that's coming in there. It has its own flavor. I think it's a great alternative to a tube screamer. Kind of when you want to go a different direction, you want a little bit different kind of flavor, and even when you want to model different type of overdrives, the Faz Boost is perfect for that. Guys, if you thought this video was pretty cool, leave me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if you aren't subscribed, guys, please consider subscribing. Click the subscribe button for me, because like I said, tons of cool stuff are going on here. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna have to be out. Peace.